What is up, guys? Today's video, we're going to go over 6 secrets you could use to grow your Amazon FBA business. And it's all based on what I learned doing 75 Hard, the fitness challenge. If you do not know what that is, Google it. But basically you do 2 workouts a day. You got to read 10 pages of nonfiction book, drink a gallon of water. You got to eat clean, no alcohol, and you got to take a picture every day. There might be one thing I'm missing. I don't know. But it was a powerful experience. Lost 30 pounds doing it for 75 days. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Before we do that, if you could hit the like button right now and subscribe to get more helpful videos about how to sell on Amazon and make money, please, please, please do that. It would mean the world to me. Number 1. So in 75 Hard, you have an app and it has the things you have to do and you literally check them off through the day. I thought that was probably the most helpful part of the program. You literally have like this screen with 6 or 7 things or however many there are on it, and you're checking it off through the day. And it's like, you have to do this stuff today. It's like, when are you going to do it? Or you fail for the day. So I am going to start implementing that for reselling, kind of coming up with the 5 to 6 things that I need to do to move the business forward and not stop work until those things get done. I think a lot of us kind of have that. I know I've made little index cards. Oh, spend 2K, find 5 or 6 more profitable ASINs. And then, the day gets away, or I kind of go on this rabbit trail, or whatever happens, I don't cross them off. There's kind of like no consequences for that, except like I didn't do what I said I was going to do. But for this, it just made it a lot different for me. So I would highly suggest making a list of, like, depending on whether you're full-time or part-time, make it 3 to 5 things that will move your business forward, and make sure to cross those days off, whether it's a piece of paper or not, and kind of keep a running tally. I think that was super powerful too. You get to see all the X's on the calendar of how many days you actually successfully completed it. And it just builds a lot of momentum. You're like, wow, I've already done this for 20 days. Like, I could do day 21. Oh, wow, it's already 50 days, only 25 more to go. Let's do that. So definitely, I think having a list of the tasks you need to do, the most important stuff, and kind of don't, obviously for 75 Hard, you have to weave in, I had to weave in my day-to-day, but maybe if I just had the list just for reselling and had like 75 Hard tasks on it, and that was the list for the day, that would have worked. Building a successful Amazon business and getting in shape and all that stuff takes time. The first 30, 40 days, I did not think 75 Hard was working. It took me a little bit to kind of get acclimated to almost, living a healthier lifestyle, eating better, not eating out. What are we making for meal prep for the week, right? A lot of the times we kind of had this wishy-washy meal prep for the week, or we'd be like, oh, like, we'll get the stuff on Monday. And then Monday would roll around and then we'd get takeout, or, it would just kind of fall apart right at the beginning. So we did meal prep, which was super helpful. And it took about 75 days to lose 30 pounds. And 75 days seems like a long time when you say it. So, and I always said this to my girlfriend, I was like, 75 days. But if it was like the 10-week challenge, 10 weeks does not sound that bad. So I would say and this relates to reselling, I would suggest doing it for at least 75 days. You can't source for a week or 2 and say it doesn't work, or send stuff in, or buy stuff, send it in, and not do anything for a month. Like, you have to do something every day to move the business forward, whether that's sourcing, figuring some other stuff out, prepping product, getting stuff to Amazon, getting a weekly shipment to Amazon. That is the stuff. You can't just do it haphazardly and expect to build, a $50, $60, $100,000 per month in sale business. Like, it doesn't work that way. Number 3, you have time. I consider to have a pretty busy life and schedule when it comes to business, social media, and some other things I'm involved with. And, you know, adding another 90 minutes just to work out, probably another 20-ish minutes to read 10 pages of a book, right? I didn't even think that was possible. It just seemed like, how am I going to fit this in? Like, I just don't have time for that. And you know what? I made the time. And that is another kind of big hack from this, is you make the time and you just cut the things that aren't important or aren't moving things forward. You know, I've probably stopped watching like certain YouTube videos or channels because, you know what? I had to go for a walk, or I had to do a workout, or yeah, I just had to read. And it was really nice to kind of have that and to be like, wow, you do have time. And I think you could apply this to sourcing. There is 90 minutes in your day that you could do online arbitrage sourcing without a doubt. I know sometimes it's hard to get into a rhythm when sourcing if you only have like 20-30 minutes, but even if you did, you could check replens, you could check items that are out of stock, see if they're back in stock, go to your favorite site, or, you know, if there's a sale somewhere, try to go there, try to hit that low-hanging fruit. And I'm telling you right now, there's 90 minutes in the day, whether that's an hour at lunch, or you wake up an hour earlier, or 90 minutes earlier, or whatever you want to do. I'm telling you, there's 90 minutes in that day, or stuff that could cut out, aka Instagram. I posted a lot less content. I didn't make as many YouTube videos just because I was doing this. I was working out. I was getting stuff for 75 hard done. And, you know, while I probably could have done a better job of it working in, it definitely got easier as I went on, because obviously you get into this routine. But yeah, it would get easier, and you have the 90 minutes. You just have to sit down, source, and do it. Number 4, the first day after 75 hard off, had a couple of drinks, didn't eat super healthy. Next day felt like garbage. And that's going to happen in reselling as well. You're going to be like, oh, this is amazing. My sales are so high. I spent XYZ amount on inventory. Things are great. I could take the next couple of days off. And I'm not saying you have to work every day. This is not what I'm saying. But you know what? Eventually you're going to feel bad about it. And you know, I've done that before where I spend a ton, and then I'm like, okay, like I could take the next week off, and I don't do anything for a week, and then it kind of just screws stuff up mentally. I have trouble finding stuff, and then it's like, oh man, I wish like I kind of would have at least looked during the week to see if I could find stuff. This way I'm kind of not in this predicament if I want to hit a certain sales goal or a certain spend goal. So yeah, it feels good to take days off, and you should, but just kind of make sure you get back on it. I did feel like it was kind of a good feeling, because I'm like, wow, this really worked. I really did change a lot, because my body's like, yeah, I don't think so, bro. Number 5, it is hard. It was really hard to do all those things consistently. You know, we did go out a couple of times to eat, which, you know, was a little bit more challenging. A lot of the stuff we did was meal prep. You know, we weren't going to a ton of places on the weekend and doing stuff like that. But to do this consistently was extremely difficult for 75 days. There were days where it rained and I was outside doing a workout. Definitely did not feel like doing that. And yeah, there are days I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like going to the gym. I didn't feel like doing a workout. There was things that were like going wrong in my Amazon business that I was like, oh, like if I didn't have to, like, I just need extra time to get this done, or, you know, I wish I didn't have to do 75 hard today. But I never regretted doing it, so that was good. But this is what it's going to be like when you're growing your Amazon business. There's going to be days that you don't feel like sourcing, or it's extremely difficult to source, or Amazon is just being a bunch of jerks and they regate you and everything, or you get an inauthentic claim and all this other stuff. This is all stuff that a lot of people will quit when it happens. But if you keep going, you will definitely come out on top. And just realize that Amazon is a great opportunity. I love selling on Amazon, but it's not an easy business to run. It is a business. No business is easy to run. So just keep that in mind when you're having those hard days. Think about the path forward. Think about all the progress you've made so far, you know, and just use that as momentum to push you through. And number 6, not drinking alcohol, eating healthy, eating clean, gave me a ton of clarity about what I really wanted throughout this process. How does that apply to reselling? You want to have a clear vision. Sometimes it's hard at first, you know, what you want your business to be. You could spend a lot of time chasing other people's sales or creating a Discord or doing whatever, starting a leads list or whatever you're trying to do. But if that's not really true to you and what you want to do moving forward, then it's going to be really hard for you to move a business forward. And I kind of learned that the hard way. You know, I came to the realization I am really good at finding products, doing online arbitrage and doing stuff like that. But I like helping people more, and I want to spend more time focused on that. I don't want to build out a big VA team to source for me while I sleep. Like, that's just not what I want. So that was a big clarity. You know, I didn't want to do the coaching and the Discord anymore. Like, everything just kind of came full circle for me. And it was like really hard to kind of make those decisions and not be like, oh, like, maybe I'll just have a drink, or like, let's go out to dinner, and then kind of just blow it off, or just be like, it will be fine. It was just stepping up and be like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, so I'm not going to do it. So having that clear vision, it's like, this doesn't align. Like, I want to do these other things right now, and I don't really care what anyone else thinks, or they don't think I'm a great Amazon seller or whatever, because I'm not doing 100K a month. I really don't care, because that's not what I want to do. So those are the 6 things. 1, create a list of things to cross off to build momentum. It takes time to build this business. I would say, you know, if you could do it 75 days straight to just kind of build it or source or do whatever, I'd highly suggest that. You have the time. That's number 3. Number 4, the first day off is going to suck. Not the first day off, but any given amount of time you take off. Let's say you took like 2 weeks off. It's going to be great, but then getting back into it and, you know, seeing a dip in sales is going to be hard. Number 5, it is hard. This is a business, so treat it as such. It's going to get difficult, but fight through those times. And number 6, you know, not eating crappy food, drinking, definitely gave me a lot of clarity. So in your case, having clear goals, or who knows, even eating clean, just getting clarity, making tough decisions will make your business stronger. So let me know what you think in the comments about this video. If you've ever done 75 hard, I'd love to hear it. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.